Hi, I'm going to talk to you this moment about spiritual healing. I'm not talking about supernatural healing. I'm not talking about praying for someone at a distance. I'm talking about the fact that as you use your virtues to love yourself and others, you lower the amount of real stress in your body and your mind. And you also, I believe, increase usable brain mass. A very healthy thing to do. And it's all about love. But guess what? It's also all about honesty, which is the greatest faith that you can have. Mostly it's important to be honest with yourself. Obviously, there are some people who are mentally ill and dangerous, and you may find times when you just can't be honest, but to your own self be true, as they say. And then it's really hard to be false with anybody. And you'll tend to hang around those people that you don't have to be false with. And that's a great thing. Spiritual healing is a connection with your destiny. It's a connection with everything that you hold dear that's good for you. How do you find what's good for you? You use empathy, objectivity, and creativity to care about yourself and others. And in so doing, you also build up the power of goodness, truth, and art in your life. This is an important concept that I hope you don't miss. Tremendous healing can take place as a result of spiritual healing, and I believe that it should take place in every hospital and every place where healing is addressed. It is especially the province of chaplains, I believe, because this is a process of comfort, virtuous comfort. And this is the job that chaplains perform all around the world. Those doing the same job under a different name. Think for a minute. When you're happy, are you aware of time? Are you self-conscious? No, you're not. You found your own personal heaven. And that's important. And you're fulfilling your destiny. And that can be done. And I can't say this enough. If you know you're going to die tomorrow, you can still fulfill your destiny by being who you were meant to be now. By reaching out and embracing with all of life, others, and yourself with virtuous love. And sometimes that can be difficult to do. But as they say, you can't call somebody in the shower a dirty person. If you're working on it, you're okay. If you ever worried about some kind of judgment in life, how can there be a judgment for a person who's following their bliss? A person who's found their destiny through the enlightenment of virtuous love. There is no condemnation. Consider that. Also like to say that there are some who've experienced harmful thoughts, feelings, and so on for others, and you don't know where those are coming from. They're coming from hurt and pain inside yourself, from a lack of the spiritual integration. And essentially, they're not you. We are not guilty so much of what we do as we are guilty of not doing those things that cause us to do better. On that, we can be judged. Always do your best. No matter how poorly you're paid or how poorly you're treated, do your best. Why? Because it fulfills you as a person. By doing the best that you can, you have transcended all blame, all guilt, all problems. But doing the best you can means virtuous love. That means feeling the hurt that others have caused you and the hurt that you've caused others. That's taking up your cross. And it is also a part of spiritual healing. But as hard as those things may seem to you, isn't it harder not being yourself, not finding your destiny, not following your bliss? It's a very hard thing to do, to be something when someone you are not. But that being said, discover who you are and who you're not. Don't let people talk you into who you are and who you're not. Because they and you might just be wrong. Keep your mind open. Follow your bliss. Discover your bliss through virtuous love, which is a highly spiritual motivation, realization, lifestyle, you name it. Today, there's an awful lot of grief in the world, an awful lot of problems. You step back, and you will see the good in things. Greedy corporations are destroying the earth. They're also uniting the world in one system of trade. Uniting people despite boundaries. Spreading abroad various means of communication, including this one. There's a way to see things that can really open your eyes. That doesn't mean that you don't try to make things better, even though certain things are inevitable. You can lower the pain of change and processes that are difficult or even harsh in our universe. You can do that. And you will be amply rewarded. wherever you are right now, whether in a hospital bed or days away in your mind from death, remember, have a little faith and doubt. Whatever the doctor told you might be false or wrong. Think about it. What really counts for anybody, no matter how much longer they have to live, or how miserable or happy they are at the moment, is being themselves, connecting with their virtues, and embracing their destiny. Because in that, they will find their greatest happiness that transcends this world. Sometimes it's hard to remember these things. Even though we sing them in songs, we hear them in poems, it's always good to remind ourselves of these wonderful truths. Or shall I say, very likely facts. Do take care, and blessings.